Good morning, church. Good morning, online church. What's going on? I've been so excited, and I basically couldn't wait to preach this morning. I almost went live at midnight, so y'all can get this word. So we just gonna go straight into it. So go ahead, follow me to First Kings. Get your Bible. Open up your Bible app. Flip pages if you still got the hard Bibles. First Kings chapter 3. And I'm going to read verses 5 through 9. First Kings chapter 3, 5 through 9. And I'll be pulling from the NIV version. NIV. At Gibeon, the Lord appeared to Solomon during the night in a dream. And God said, "Ask for whatever you want me to give you." Solomon answered, "You have shown great kindness to your servant, my father David, because he was faithful to you and righteous and upright in heart. You have continued this great kindness to him and had given him a son to sit on his throne this very day." Let me pause right there. See, before he even answered God's question, he made sure to remember what God has already done. And I always think about, like, a lot of us have selective memory. A lot of us have long-term memory loss. We like to remember the times where we thought God failed in our life. But we need to remember the times that he always came through for us. The times that he came and showed us, not just us, but our family. Like, God, I know what you did for my father. I know what you did for my mother, my brother, my sister, my best friend, my coworker. So if you can do it for them, I know you can do it for me. So I just want to say that real quick right there. Now let's go to verse 7. Now, Lord my God, you have made your servant king in place of David. But I am only a little child and do not know how to carry out my duties. God, I'm a rookie. I'm a novice. I'm a beginner, and I'm trying to figure this thing out. That's what Solomon's trying to figure this thing out. Because he's new to this. He's inexperienced. Verse 8, your servant is here among the people you have chosen, a great people, too numerous to count or number. So give your servant a discerning heart to govern your people and to distinguish between right and wrong. For who is able to govern this great people of yours? So basically, to sum it all up, Solomon said, God, to be honest, I don't know what I'm doing. God, to be honest, I need some help. I need you to help me because I do not know what I'm doing. I'm a little kid and you're asking me to lead a great nation. Lord, help me. I'm a freshman and you're asking me to lead some seniors. God, help me because I'm trying to figure this thing out. I'm a rookie and you're asking me to lead a team of veterans. Are they even going to listen to me? I don't know what I'm doing. Who am I? And God, I need you to help me. Help me figure this thing out. And the title of today's message is called Help Me. So say it with me, church. Help me. Online, type it. Help me. God, because I'm just trying to figure this thing out. You put me in a position that I'm not used to. You put me in a position that's very new to me, and I need you to help me. Help me figure this thing out. I went from being married to being a single parent, and God, I need to do this all alone, but I need you to help me. God, I've been from being healthy to being sick, and the doctors don't know what I'm doing, so God, I need you to help me. Help me figure this thing out because what I'm going through right now is so new to me, and I don't know which way to go. So I need you to help me. Help me out, God. Help a brother out. I just got laid off my job after 20 years, and now I have to deal with unemployment, and now I need you to help me. Help me figure this thing out. I need you to help, and I invite you to help. God, and here's the thing, God will call you into a season of life that you're God will call you into a season of your life that you don't have no experience in, that you're not familiar with, and you don't know which way to go, which way to turn, and you like, God, I need you to help me. But God does this so you can be dependent on Him. God will put you in a position for you to rely on Him, depend on Him. Because although it may be too big for you, and because this moment is very big for Solomon. He said, these are great people, too many to count, and I need you to help me. So he's depending on God to help him figure this thing out. And that's what a lot of times, God will use different seasons of your life to show you that you need Him to succeed. What He has called you to do it may be too great for you, but it ain't too big for God. Might be too big for you, but it ain't too big for God. God to help you. Help you. And let's be honest, how many times have you felt like you just couldn't be the person God called you to be? How many times have you felt like, God, I know what you want me to do. You told me, I know the assignment. I know I'm called to do what you asked me to do, but I don't think I can be this person that you're wanting me to be. And I need some help. And that's a normal reaction because we're humans. We recognize our limitations from time to time. We get scared, we get doubtful, and we like, God, I don't think I can do what you're wanting me to do. But that's cool. You just have to admit that. Look at Moses. When at the burning bush, when God told him what He wanted him to do, what did Moses say? God, who am I? Who am I to do what you're wanting me to do? Who am I? God, I don't think I can be this person you're wanting me to be. And that's what Moses was saying. God, I don't think I can be this person. And God will call you into a season where you're being doubtful because you don't think you can be the person that God is wanting you to do. God, you're asking me to be the one in my family breaking generational curses. I don't think I can be that person because that's new to me. I never seen it done before. But so God, I need you to help me. Asking me to be this person. In this season of life, I have to be a single parent. God, I don't think I can succeed in that. But I need you to help me. Help me figure this thing out. And here's the thing. God will send you down a path where you feel like you can't be what He wants you to be. But just so He can reveal to you a version of yourself that you didn't know you had. Because there's a you that you didn't know was in you. There's a you that you didn't even know existed. There's a version of yourself that's waiting to be revealed, and God will use different seasons of your life to reveal that person, and you didn't even know this person was in you this entire time. There's a version of you that you didn't even meet yet. There's a version of you that you didn't even know existed. You didn't know there was a college graduate inside of you. You didn't know there was a business person inside of you, a business owner inside of you, an author inside, a worship leader inside of you. You didn't know that all this was inside of you, but God will use seasons of your life to reveal to you what's inside of you. Because there's a version of you there's a you that you ain't met yet. There's a you that you have not met yet. If you asked me 8 years ago if there's a person that can stand on stage in front of hundreds of people and make them laugh on purpose, I would have said you a lie. But over time, God revealed that version of myself to me. If you would have asked me years ago if I'll be doing what I'm doing right now, I'm like, nah, I highly doubt it because I don't think I can be that person. And God would just laugh. And like, you just don't know what's inside of you. And Solomon don't know what's inside of him. And God about to reveal to him what's inside of him. So I pray to anyone struggling with trying to figure out if you can be the person God is asking you to be, I pray that you just ask Him to help you figure this thing out. Help me figure this thing out and show me this person that you're wanting me to be. Because right now, I may not be this person. But guess what? will reveal that person to you. Solomon felt the pressure of being king. He recognized that this position he in was a huge deal. This was a big deal. You're asking me to lead a nation. It's a big deal, and he asked God for help. He asked God for help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. Went to the right person for help. Nothing wrong with asking for help. Nothing wrong with humbling yourself, admitting to yourself that I need help. Nothing wrong with that. Asking for help does not make you weak. Asking for help just shows that you're serious about being successful in what God is calling you to do. And in order for you to be successful, you just need some help. A brother just needs some help. That's all I need. And Solomon said, I want to be successful in this position you put me in, but God, I need you to help me. Nothing wrong with asking for help. Asking for help does not make you weak. I'm not asking for help because I'm weak. I'm asking because I want to be successful as a husband. I want to be successful as a father. Be successful as a pastor. Be successful as a business owner. Be successful as a mother. Whatever God has put you in a position to do and you want to be successful in it, there are going to be times in your life where you just have to ask for help. Because you don't want to mess up what God blessed you with. Like, God, I don't want to mess up what you placed in my hands. So I need you to help me. Help me, God. I remember the first time I went to tutoring of all my academic career. It was Missouri S&T. Classes were very difficult. Now, high school, didn't have to tutor. When my freshman year in college at UAPB, I didn't have to go to tutoring. But Rolla changed that very quickly. And that's the first time. And I was nervous. And I had to wear a disguise because I didn't want to be seen. And I went to go get help from my professor. And he basically said, you coming here just showed that you're serious about passing the class. So that's all help is. I see that you're asking for help because you want to pass this class. It means something to you. And what God called you to do should mean something to you strong enough that you don't want to mess it up. And you're going to ask for help when it's time to ask. So God needs you to help me. Help me. Because I want to succeed. I recognize the power of the calling that you provided. I understand the assignment. But I'm trying to figure this thing out. In the middle of trying to figure things out, I just need you to help me. Asking for help does not make you weak. But here's the thing. When I went to tutoring, this is what I learned. I went to go ask for help, right? But when you come, the professor is going to assume that you already did what you should do on your own to understand the material. So nothing wrong with asking for help, but you should at least try, show an effort that you're trying. See, a lot of us don't want to put in the effort and we just want the helping hand. But you should show some type of effort that you're trying to figure things out yourself, and now you just need some help. But just to sit back and be lazy and expect somebody to come and do everything for you is not the type of help that's going to be provided. So you want to ask God for help. You need to show God you at least trying. You just can't lay down. Like, God, help me get a job, but you ain't filled out no job application. God, help me get into school. You ain't filled out no college application. You dropped out of school. You never got your GED. So how can God help you and you're not even trying to help yourself? Even when he approached Solomon was at Gibeon and he was making a sacrifice. Because being successful is going to require a sacrifice. And what are you willing to sacrifice to be successful in the calling God blessed you with? And not only will it require sacrifice, it's going to require you to study. Sacrifice and study. If you want to be successful and God blessed you with, you need to sacrifice, but you also need to study. That's how I can tell if somebody is serious about what they're doing. If you following the dream and you following the career and you're not studying the career you want to be a part of, you ain't serious about it. It's the brutal. It's the truth. You say you want to be a business owner, but you ain't studied nothing about business. You want to be an author, but you didn't take no writing classes. You didn't do journalism. You didn't do none of that to study the industry you want to be a part of. And sad to say you want to be a part of ministry, yet you're not studying the word. Don't log off, please. Just speaking facts. Facts. Need to study. Study to show thyself approved. So asking God for help, you should at least study and try it yourself. That's like me just getting prepared on Saturday nights and asking God to help me be ready for Sunday. And I didn't do nothing all week. It won't work. You need to show some type of effort. And that's one thing. Yes, some sermons might be better than others. Some people may feel like off script, I can never top that. Some people may feel like Triple Dog Dare was the best sermon ever. You can criticize the sermons and judge it, but one thing you can't criticize is the effort. Because the effort will always be there. Because one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to always show God effort because I need Him to help me. Help me figure this thing out. Because it's all new to me. I ain't walked down this path before. Some of us are dealing with roads right now, paths in life right now that we never seen before. We never even expected to be a part of. And yet, you're trying to figure things out. And I just pray that you just say, God, help me. Help me figure this thing out. Solomon asked for help governing the people. That made me laugh. God, I need help with people. Because people are or something else. They moody. They'll talk about you, stab you in the back. Yes, they're kind. They can show love and appreciation. But boy, when they can turn on you quick. And God, I need you to help me deal with. Because He's a king. He's a king, but it's some people that don't want Him to be king. He knows that. He's like, God, I need you to help me govern these people, make wise decisions, because some people are not feeling the decision you made for me. Some people are not liking the position you put me in. And so, God, I need you to help me. Even his own brother didn't want him to be king. His own brother. It'd be your own people hating on you. It'd be your own people. It was Cain who killed Abel. Your own people will kill you. Your own people will tear you down. Your own people will hate on you. You thinking you about to celebrate a blessing. They celebrating the blessing publicly, but in privately they kind of salty. Because Solomon was in a position his brother wanted to be in. He was upset. His brother felt like Solomon shouldn't be wearing a crown. Adonijah, his brother, he wanted to be king. He wanted the throne. He wanted the crown. He was the older brother, yet Solomon got chosen. He wanted to be king so badly, and this tickled me too. He wanted to be king so badly, he made himself king. He made the announcement. The Bible said when David was old and David was basically on his deathbed, the Bible said Adonijah stepped forward and said, I will be king. And this man threw a celebration. He got the horses and chariots, his people, the music, and he turned up and celebrating the fact that now I'm king. But guess what? He was a false king. He was a self-appointed king. He was a self-appointed leader. So he put himself in a leadership position without God's approval. Uh-oh. We have to be careful of that. People that claim that God placed them in a position, but it was never approved by God. So yeah, he was wearing a crown, but it wasn't a God-given crown. It was a crown he gave himself. So a lot of times, so we have to be careful. And it's people that's leading ministries that claim that God placed them to be a part to lead that ministry, but it wasn't God, boo-boo. It was all you. God didn't give you that position. You gave yourself that position. Adonijah gave himself that leadership position. A lot of times so if you feel like, hey, you don't think a person should be leading something, there's a good chance you're right. It's a good chance that they're a self-appointed leader. And unfortunately, it's like that because some people want things so badly, they won't even wait for God's approval. They'll just do it anyway. Do it anyway. I'm going to marry this person anyway, God. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to take this job offer even though God said turn it down. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway. I don't want to wait for God's approval. I just want to hurry up and do it because I want that. Adonijah wanted that crown. He wanted that throne. And so he I'm going to do this anyway. And he was a self-appointed leader. Adonijah felt like he was the rightful heir to the throne of his father David. He felt like that was his. I have the right to be where Solomon is, not Solomon. I remember freshman year in high school playing basketball. And this guy, and I'm not a confrontational person. That's just not me. But he didn't really care for me because I was chosen to be captain of the basketball team. And he felt like he should have been captain of the basketball team. And so he was upset that I was chosen to be in a position that he. And that can happen a lot. People will hate on you because you got chosen and they didn't. You got chosen by God and they didn't. You got chosen to be where you are and they felt like that should be me and not them. God chose me for this blessing. God chose me for this opportunity. So people mad because of God's choosing, but I have nothing to do with this. God chose this for me. Had a whole problem. I'm chosen for this. So you can cry. So to anybody out here that feel like people hating on you, just think to yourself, they can cry, they can fuss, they can fight all they want, but God chose this for me. And what God chose to give you, no man can take from you. So God blessed me here. God blessed this with me. God put me in charge of this. God put me in this position. So if you have a problem with this, then you have a problem with God because God chose me. And Adonijah was upset because God didn't choose him. God chose his little brother to be the rightful heir to the throne. And he even said Solomon's mother. He said, you know that kingdom was mine. You know this kingdom was mine. And all Israel expected me to reign. This kingdom was mine that your son took from me. And the whole Israel was expecting me to be king. So that's crazy. That's how upset he was. People will hate on you because they expected themselves to be in that position. They feel like it's their right to, he said, it's my right to be where Solomon is at. And all my friends, all my boys, all my girls and sisters expected me to be there. This mine, not yours. I'm the rightful heir to the throne. People expected me. People expected me to lead that worship song, not you. People expected me to be captain of the team, not you. People expected me to be the new CEO, not you. People expected me. People expected me to be the principal for a day, not you. I remember that. That was in elementary school. Do they still do principal for a day? I don't know. But have anybody in here been principal? You heard of Bishop? You heard of principal for a day? Yeah. I was chosen to be one. That's a lot of pressure for a kid to be principal for a day. I remember after recess, all the teachers came to me and said, "Hey, do you think your peers deserve more recess time?" Yes. I'm not going to mess these friends up. Being principal for a day ruins some friendships. And so Adonijah wanted what Solomon had, what Solomon was chosen to be. And Solomon asked for help governing the people. He asked for wisdom, a discerning heart to distinguish between right and wrong. God, I need your help to make wise decisions. Because I believe Solomon figured out, hey, the level I'm at right now, I can't make the same decisions that I did at the previous level. See, every season you walk into, life is full of ups. Life is full of downs. It's a roller coaster, twists and turns and shifts and transitions. So life is constantly changing. So that means our heart needs to change. See, a lot of times we will enter a new season with the old mindset. So you at level 2 with a level 1 mindset. So you leveled up on the outside, but did you level up on the inside? And if you don't be careful, that's how you can go from single to married still with a single mindset. Because you entered a new season, but you still have your old mindset. You can go from middle school to high school still with a middle school mindset. Life is constantly changing. That means our heart needs to change. Our mind needs to change. You can move to the next level and still have the old level mindset, a way of thinking. And Solomon recognized, you blessed me in this new season. You just leveled up me. So that means I need to level up my decision making. Because the decision making at this level, at the king level, is much greater than where I was previously at. So help me make wise decisions. Help me. Solomon wanted a discerning heart, an understanding heart, a heart that hears. It's important to hear God. Hear God's voice. Hear God. God is probably, let's think about it. If you feel like God not helping you out, God probably is helping you out. You're just not hearing Him. Or you're not positioning yourself to hear Him. See, when God appeared to Solomon, it was in a dream, right? Distraction free. So sometimes in order to hear God, you need to separate yourself from all the distractions that are going on. It's amazing how much you can hear from God when you every now and then take social media breaks. It's amazing how often you can hear God when you just step away from going out with your friends every weekend. He positioned himself to hear God. God appeared to him in a dream. He's asleep. So so when your mind is at ease, you can hear God so well. And so God probably is helping you out, but you're just not hearing Him. He's constantly speaking to you, but you're not hearing Him because you're too distracted. So help me, God. And I pray that whenever you start a season in your life and it's unfamiliar, it's new to you, and you just don't know what to do, which steps to take first, I pray that you just humble yourself and ask God for help. And God will bless you whatever you need to get you through the season. God is here to help you. He's not going to bring you so far to just leave you. He's here to help you. And God will bless you with whatever you need to get through the season. If you need wisdom, He'll give you wisdom. If you need stability, He'll give you stability. He'll give you peace. He'll give you friends. He'll give you whatever you need. Just ask God to help you. Solomon asked God for wisdom, and God gave it to him generously. And not only wisdom, but God did more than that. We serve a one-up God. God gonna give you what you ask for and even more than you can even ask or imagine. He made Solomon like no other. There is none like him after him. Before him, Solomon was in a lane all by himself. But in order for that to happen, he had to humble himself and admit to God he did not know what he was doing and he needed God to help him. Thank you, Christ Temple Family Church, for listening. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. God bless you.